Hello, I'm Emma Hammett from First Aid for Pets, and today I'm going to talk to you about how pets are hugely affected by passive smoking, even more so than humans, and how it is seriously shortening their lives. There have been quite a few studies I'm going to refer to, and some of them are with pets in households where humans are smoking, where you can understand that they might be affected. Others have looked at places where pets have been affected, but there are no smokers. And we'll look at how this has happened and what you can do to help. So in a smoking household, pets very often snuggle up to their owners while they're smoking and spend more time lounging on carpets and furniture, which may have carcinogenic particles from the nicotine and deposits on them, and so naturally it will make them more at risk. They also groom themselves, and so they end up licking and eating the nicotine particles as well as just inhaling it, which is serious enough. So we know that smoking affects humans, but think about the effect that it is having on pets. The other issue is smoking is now outside, which is healthier for humans, and we have outside smoking areas, but there are pets, particularly cats, and cats around that area, and they may be being affected, or they are being affected, by the passive smoke in the atmosphere. So it's really important that you think about this, and we'll go through some of the bits that you can do to help as well. So dogs in particular are at risk of developing lung and sinus cancer, and smaller pets such as birds, rabbits and guinea pigs often have quite severe breathing issues, and they can have skin diseases as a result of being close to the nicotine and the smoke. And the Royal College of Veterinary Surgeons teamed up with the Royal College of Nursing to show how smoking can harm pets. So the main risks that have been shown is dogs have the lung or sinus cancer, cats tend to have lymphoma and a form of mouth cancer, birds, rabbits and guinea pigs have eye, skin and respiratory disease. And if they already have an underlying breathing condition, smoke most definitely exacerbates bronchitis and asthma with these, if the pets or the animals outside already have these conditions. So the eye complaints, it actually irritates the delicate membranes of their eyes, and it also can cause cancer in these pets. So there was a particular study from Glasgow University that was looking at the nicotine deposits and the amount of how they were being affected by the smoking, and they found that it affected the white blood cells in cats, and that a cat can be from a smoke-free home and yet have the very high nicotine levels because they are free wandering, they are in outside smoking areas, and they are very diligent about grooming themselves. So we are seriously damaging the animals and the birds in our community with our smoking. And I think probably that hasn't been thought about enough. So the best way to protect our pets is to give up smoking altogether if we are if we are smokers, and also to be very careful about vacuuming all the areas around where the pet might be lounging. So make sure that we're regularly washing blankets and things that they enjoy that might have been contaminated by smoke, because the carcinogenic particles sit quite deeply in the pile of sofas and things, and the cats and the dogs will get them. Good ventilation is great, air purifiers and opening windows, but almost 85% of tobacco smoke is invisible. and the toxic particles build up on clothes and on everything else and in your carpets. So if you are a smoker, you are undoubtedly affecting your pet. Be very careful of cigarette butts and ashtrays because they will try and eat them. And people very often ask, is it safer to use the vaporizers and electronic cigarettes around the pets? Well, unfortunately, there have been a fair few issues where animals have eaten them. And that is a very serious issue that will could be a choking hazard, but it's also poisoning. So if you are using vaporizers, and they haven't done specific studies to see what sort of effect that has with pets, but certainly if you are using them, make sure they are well and truly out of reach of pets. But I think if we all just think a little bit more about the outdoor smoking areas that people have and things, and making sure that birds and animals are not being affected by our smoking habits. I hope that's been useful. That's Emma Hammett from First Aid for Pets.